Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. And yesterday we had the Fed song and dance, and what ended up on the 8 hour is a range bar, or if you just look at the body, an inside bar, or ever so slightly piercing bar. So basically a nothing bar. It's not quite an inside bar, not quite a piercing bar. So it could be sort of a head and shoulders. You can see low, high, low on those tails. Ultimately, this is a neckline of this double bottom, so that is the level we need to get through. That's 44.09. So 44.09 is the area we need to get above and sort of continue to the upside. However, on 8 hour, we've had this downtrend, we've pulled back. It looks like a bit of structure. This could be a bit of structure, yes, but a bit of a range structure. So in other words, a move back down to the range, back down to test this trend line, and then back up, and then down, and then back up, and then a break to the downside. So that's the one bit of structure. We are below that. We've got to cross over the moving averages. We're below them. We haven't quite tested the 155 yet. Now, you won't see it on this area, but you can see it on the upward trend. You can see how every time it comes to 155, we buy off it, and that was a test. So the big question right now, and we need to look at this, is basically lines up with the 50-day EMA. You'll see we're just below the 50-day EMA. So the question that traders are asking right now is the 50-day EMA a resistance area, or are we going to reclaim it and use it as support again? If we reclaim it and use it as support, then I suppose you might as well just expect us another move to 4600. If we reject it, then I suspect we have the high in for the year. Okay, so there's a couple of things going on, but we really need to get above basically this week's high. So that was the current high of the week, so that's what we need to do. And if you're looking at the weekly chart, you'll see we have a massive pin bar at the moment. So that is what your bulls are playing for, is actually to get a massive pin bar, move down, massive pin bar, preferably a green one for a continuation. Bears are looking to keep us below this 44.30 area as best as they can, and preferably sort of reject this area where we are now at 44.09. So that's the tussle that's going on at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see what actually happens. But if you look at the 3 hour, we've got two pin bars here, but two higher highs. It's a high and a higher high at the moment. We do have a bit of a gap here, and also got our oscillators kind of heading towards the top as well. So that is not really diversions. No diversions to talk about. I suppose there's a little bit of diversions from that swing high. You can see there to where we are now. So that little bit of diversions there, but nothing serious. And if we get down to the levels that we want to be trading, the 1 hour is sort of indicating a move back to the downside. Okay, so again, 155 EMA, so critical. You can see how we've been rejecting it since the 9th of September. Well, we've been sliding to the downside and keep moving down. We adhered to it here. We still tried to get going. Buyers came in, and eventually we got going. And a pretty strong move to the downside. We haven't tested the 155 again since this break here. We could argue that was a test there, but in my view, the break was over here, because once we broke through this level here at 44.61, that was the area that we needed to pay attention to. And you would have expected a retest before that, but that didn't happen. So anyway, if we stay above, it's quite simple. And in fact, we stay above 44.09 today, and we get a solid price action above it, then I suspect this double bottom will play out, and we should head to the top. And when I say the top, probably get capped somewhere up here at 44.64 area. Okay, so that's the one scenario, and the other scenario is we basically pull back, but I would expect us to pull back first to kind of a trend line support, and there is some trend line supports here, and then there's horizontal support here as well. So 43.86 or somewhere in the area of 43.67, something like that. So I wouldn't want to be going long here, not with these pin bars that we see. That this was during the Fed noise, so I really don't want to be long on those two pin bars right now. So kind of wait and see. I think let's just see if we get some structure and then move to the upside. We'll probably follow Europe. So if Europe starts bouncing this morning, we'll follow Europe to the upside. But I think this is still very delicate at the moment, and it can go either way. I'm kind of in the mood, or sort of in the frame of mind, to say that we have the bottom is in for the swing low. So this is the swing low. We took out this bottom, but we've basically closed above it on the daily. I'm just switched to the daily now. So that is a massive engulfing bar. So yeah, if we get a continuation, and that means a break above 44.30, then that would give me the confirmation I need that we are looking for a long. So that's kind of the structure I'm looking for, is 44.30. I need a break above that. And that's kind of the open of the week. So I need a clear break above that and a sort of a retest of that area. That will give me the real confidence of a continuation to the upside. But if we do this area here at 44.09 and get a solid close above it on the 1 hour, that would also indicate that we're more than likely going to head to 44.30, bounce back. That should cross the 155 EMA on the hour, come back to the 155 EMA. I'm a buyer again for an anticipated move to the upside. So that's kind of the structure I've got at the moment. If we start dropping below these pin bars here at this stage, so let me just move this down. So we start breaking below 43.85, then I am looking for some kind of a move to the downside. But I think this trend line will cap us. You'll probably find a pullback back into that area, and then another attempt to come down and test this trend line at 43.42, bounce, and then maybe a break below that. That would be the bearish setup, I think, at the moment. So we're poised. We're at a coin toss area, but this is a double bottom at the moment, and we're just looking for a confirmation of it, and that's a close above 44.09. Anyway, 50-50 call, but if I see something, I'll let you know in the Telegram channel. At the moment, I'm just going to sit and wait for a bit and see what transpires. Don't forget the jobs number this afternoon. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.